Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
Just very calm
Yeah.
energy this morning.
Hi.
Hello, everybody else, and welcome to the How to College and Career podcast, brought to you by the University Success Center here at the beautiful University of North Alabama in the soaking wet Florence, Alabama. We are
Soaking wet.
recording this in the month of May. It is raining.
The anti-drought.
The anti-drought. Is
No.
that what we're calling it?
Yep.
Trademark, the anti-drought. So this is the podcast that answers questions about college that you didn't know that you had. Podcast is made for students by former students. That's us. We are here to give you the lowdown, the 411, the TMI, except for it's not too much. It's just the right
Just
amount.
the eye, yeah.
The goods, the sitch, the gin. That's what the British say.
That's
I
what
found
they say.
that out on Google.
I like that.
All the little tips and tricks that are good for you to know to help you find success in college and beyond. I am your host, Natalie Morrow. I'm here with my co-host, Cole Ballantyne. What are we talking about today? Oh, today's my episode.
It's
I'm
yours.
bringing the
I have
topic
no idea.
today.
You tell me. I
Oh,
don't know.
boy. So today, fun transition here. Today we're talking about asking for help.
Oh, buddy.
Clearly, I needed help
Yeah,
finding
yeah.
that topic.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah, so before we get into that and why it's important and
Yeah.
a good thing, you got anything that's good to know?
Let me check my notes. I do. I do, actually.
So much more prepared.
So I love this segment because it's just going to give you something practical that, like, hey, did I know this about the campus or whatever?
Mhm.
Today, very important topic, where to park.
Where to park?
Where to park, you know that's an issue.
Huge. I
This
had
is an
somebody
issue.
ask me that yesterday.
This is an issue, yeah. Especially with all the new students coming on campus. There are all these. Anyway, I had to get this straight. I'm just going to basically read this because
Straight from the website.
Yeah, I had to get this straight from the website because there's a lot of rules. But I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you the condensed version.
No
Here we go.
misinformation here.
Here we go. First off, your parking depends on your permit.
Okay.
All right. So before you panic, log into your parking portal. All right. If you don't know how to get there, go to una.edu, search parking portal. You can it'll get straight to it.
Okay.
Or into your portal, go to parking tab. Either one of those two will work. There are assigned parking areas. There's a map icon that will literally show you exactly where you can park.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday, your color zones matter. If you'll notice,
Really?
there
This
are
is news to me.
there are different color zones in each parking spot.
I didn't
If
know
you'll
there was
see-
a time limit on
Yeah,
them.
from 7
Wow.
to 4, Monday through Friday, color zones matter. That's when parking's enforced. But after 4 p.m. on weekdays and on weekends,
Free for all.
everything opens up.
Amazing.
Yeah. So if you got a night class,
Get wild. Park
you
wherever
can park
you
wherever
want.
you want.
Park in
Except
those
don't-
green
Don't
zones.
park in the blue ones.
That's right.
Those are not.
Those are still illegal.
Those are still. Don't
unless
do that.
you have the passport.
Unless you have the handicap thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. Also, just because this is what UNA says, just because you bought a permit does not mean there's always going to be a parking spot for you.
Sure.
UNA says finding a legal space is your responsibility.
Mine?
No, theirs.
Oh, okay.
And mine. And yeah, ours, yes. Okay, rapid fire. This is what they say on the website. Rapid fire ticket getters.
Okay.
This is what. Don't park on yellow curbs.
Got one
Not
for
good.
that.
Don't double park. Don't park in green employee spots if you're a student.
That's
unless
right.
it's after 4 o'clock.
That's right.
And don't park just for a minute in reserved spaces. This is not a good thing. So if you see a reserved, usually for events, things like this. And
Those orange cones
here's
out.
one good tip. Yeah, here's one good tip. The 2 upper lots at College View Church of Christ are open to UNA students and employees from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays.
That is good to know.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a parking ticket here?
Not here, no.
Oh, I have.
Downtown, yes. Not here. You have?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I parked on a yellow curb.
Number
Because
that's the number?
to be fair,
Okay.
they repainted the parking lot, and I parked in a spot that used to be a spot,
Okay. And also,
and I wasn't paying attention.
if you have 2 vehicles, you can switch those on your portal. More about that
Yeah,
later.
you got to update your driver,
You do.
your tag.
You do.
Did you ever get any parking tickets when you were a college student?
No, I did most of mine undergrad online.
Oh,
I know.
That's
So
nice.
no, never. I've never only downtown in Florence. That's the only parking ticket I've ever
Oh,
got.
yeah, I definitely never got
But
any when I was in college. They never booted my car.
No,
No, I
why
didn't.
would they do that? That's crazy.
I followed
Anyway,
all the rules.
That's been parking.
That's you. Do you? Before we jump in,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any tips on finding parking for the listener?
Oh my goodness. I like to. Okay, here, very small tip. I like to do is, for the most part, I like to find a spot that I'm going to park every day.
Mhm.
Because usually if it's open at 7:45 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's probably going to be open at
Yeah.
7:45 on. So pick a spot that you like and get there early.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
I say, here's my tip. This campus is not very big.
It's not.
Park farther away
Ooh.
and walk onto campus. That parking lot over by
that's good.
Applebee,
Yeah.
almost always spots.
Yeah.
Just go park over there. Walk
park,
across the
yeah.
street. There's a flashy light to stop traffic.
Yep.
That's my
Park a
go-to.
little further away, walk a little bit.
That's right.
Get some exercise.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Great.
what are we
that
talking
was,
about?
That was so good to know. Thank
Thanks.
you for sharing that information. I learned something. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they learned something.
No, hope.
I hope so too. Okay, so today we are talking about asking for help. What is help?
Assistance.
Assistance. Tell me more. What do you?
Guided assistance.
Okay. Is it a hand holding or is it a shove off the cliff?
And both. Could be. I don't know. I think it's more. I think it's going to be more of a handhold. Like I think it not doing it for you, but like, hey, let me
It's
walk
the
along.
guided
Yeah,
bit,
let me
yeah.
walk along with you to do this instead
Yeah.
of like, hey, here's help. Boom, here, push you off the cliff. You know, but sometimes it's like, you know, you might
You
need
need
a
a
little,
little-
just a
a
little,
little
just a,
nudge,
yeah,
a little nudge.
little nudge. Yeah.
Yeah. What are the misconceptions about asking for help? We're just jumping right down.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just
let's
asking the questions.
I'm behind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not smart enough,
Mm-hmm.
or I should already know this.
I'm going to add one more,
Yeah. Go ahead.
and it's that I'm going to do it for you,
Yes,
and I'm not.
that's the big one.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Yeah, so I guess the reason we're talking about asking for help is because we want students to feel comfortable and confident in asking,
Sure.
because there is help. There are resources on campus to basically meet most, if not all, of your needs while you're here. You just have to ask for it.
Yeah.
But part of asking for it is understanding that those resources are not necessarily there to do the thing for you.
Yes. That's a
So
big
it's like if I remember being a college student, I called my mom and I said, "Hey, I'm not feeling good. I need to go to the doctor." And she said, "Okay, you should go to the doctor." And I said, "But aren't you going to make that appointment for me?" And she's like, "No, girl,
No,
you grown.
no,
You do it."
you're grown.
And that was the help that I needed.
Yeah.
It was what I wanted was for her to say, "Well, let me call and set that up for you." That would not have been help.
No,
What would I have learned from that?
that there's always an outlet.
Yeah.
For that, and I think I would even say sometimes there's a case for that, but for the most part, I would say the majority of the time, the actual help is, hey, let me show you how to do this thing. Let me
Yeah.
point you to a resource where you can gain the skills needed to do that thing.
Mm-hmm. So it's more of an equipping
Yeah.
with tools,
Equipping is a great word.
and that's the kind of help that you were likely to get
Yeah.
on a college
Yeah,
campus.
Yeah. Like, let me ask you a question. Okay. So,
Okay.
like, let's go into your world. All right.
My
Yeah,
world?
advising.
Okay.
All right. So, if someone were to come in and ask for help in advising, what kind of help would you give them?
So, let's say a student needs help registering for classes.
Mhm.
Let's make it a little bit more specific. We're going to talk about the classes that they should probably take.
Mhm.
We're going to go over their degree plan. If they are a new student, I'm going to walk them through the steps of advising.
Mhm.
I'm not going to do it for them, though.
No, it wouldn't just the stamp. Here's your classes.
Right.
Have a
It's
great
like you
day.
are now
Yeah, yeah,
registered.
Yeah.
And when I'm not doing that, I am walking you through it. I am showing you how to do it. And then the next time, after you've done it once in my office, I'm going to say, "Hey, do you feel comfortable doing this on your own?"
Yeah.
And if they say, "I think I can figure it out," I'm going to say, "Of course you can.
Yeah.
Because we've done this.
You know how to do
And
this,
if you
yeah.
don't, we can walk through it again."
Guess what? You can ask for help again.
You can ask for help multiple times. So you brought up something earlier about how asking for help is not you didn't use the word punishment, or maybe you did. It's
No.
not like you're in trouble,
No.
go ask for help.
No.
Tell me more about
I
where you're
said
coming from.
I said the misconceptions are I'm behind, or I'm just not smart enough, or I should already know these things.
Mhm.
And I think that a lot of, and I would even say with the generations as we are moving up, that you've had that iPhone in your hand since you were 4 years old.
Mhm.
And so the misconception being, I should know this already. Well, there's no way you can know this already. You've never done this thing before.
Right.
So you've never registered for classes. Your guidance counselor or whoever has done that for you, you've never really looked at a course, a plan of action or anything like that. And so having that misconception of, well, I should already know how to do this, or I should already know these things is almost, it's kind of crazy. Like it
Yeah.
puts a lot of pressure on you.
That's a really funny. That's something else that I encounter a lot in my meetings with incoming students. Is they feel, I'll ask them, "Hey, have you thought about what classes you might want to take?" And a lot of times you see the pressure of just like, but I didn't. It's like, I'm just asking because I'm curious. There's no reason why you should know,
No.
and that's okay. I think that you said something and it triggered something in my brain, and now it's gone. It'll come back later. Yeah. Oh, it's like you said. It's the thing that you didn't know you needed to know.
Yeah.
And that's the tagline of this podcast. That is why we're here.
That's why we're here. It's asking for help.
Yeah.
But we're just giving it to you, kind of.
What do you think aside from? All right. So let's say a student feels like, I don't know if I should ask because I feel like I should already know. How do I do this? How can a person mitigate those feelings and kind of get to the point where they're comfortable asking?
Okay. Well, number one, the first thing that comes to my head is practice doing it. Just actually doing it, and maybe starting a little smaller, asking for help, learning how to ask for help. I think that doing a little research, a lot of the times looking at online resources or syllabus for a class or whatever that might be will probably give you a little more direction in the way you should ask that question. And sometimes it's just like getting over that stigma of like, if I ask this question, I'm going to be made fun of, or whatever that may be. I'm dumb if I have to ask this question.
So how many times have you heard, this is going to be a dumb question, but
every time,
all the time,
every time.
Like,
I don't think there are any dumb questions. I think there are.
They're uneducated
or uninformed questions.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. And sometimes it's that education or that research piece that just kind of blocks that wall.
Yeah, and like you said, I think if you have that fear or anxiety about asking for help because you feel like you should already know, if you go on the website, like you were looking up the parking information in that little search bar, how many questions can be answered by just searching for it in a little search bar?
That search bar is.
But if you go in, search for the thing, still can't quite, it's not quite answering your question, you can't find the exact place. If you then call up Cole and say, hey, I've been looking for some more information about this. Here's what I found, but it's not quite what I want. That is going to give him more information to then answer your question more specifically.
And now we can make a guided decision together.
Yeah, it's an educated conversation.
That's the one it is.
We love that.
I do.
Let's see. What do you do when you need help?
I ask. No. So I think I've gotten better at this. This is something that I have really been working on the last probably 5 years or so. I think it becomes a process. And like I said, I had to practice this. Yeah. So that was the first thing that came to my head when you asked me that question is I got to practice this. So I have to do it, and I have to learn how to make those educated decisions. So so let's just say I don't know how to do something or I need help with something, whatever. I'm going to I'm going to research that thing. I'm going to go to the search bar. I'm going to do that, whatever. It doesn't even have to be about that. I'm going to research it a little bit to make the educated decision. Okay, can it be answered already for me? And then I'm going to call or I'm going to text or I'm going to reach out to the person who probably has the most educated answer. That's I'm
find your expert.
For the most part, I'm not going to go to the writing center if I need career help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, find the person or find the people that you need to go to. All right. And so then I'm going to do that. I'm going to find the most educated person for the question. And then I'm just going to have to lay down the pride a little bit and just go, hey, I don't know how to do this.
Right.
And I think sometimes just verbalizing that gives you a little bit
of
power.
And that doesn't have to be like, you don't have to take like an ego hit when you do that. It doesn't have to be like, I'm dumb. I can't figure this out. It's like, no, just you've never done a lot of these things before. So you have to ask. Yeah.
I would say that, and just from my teaching background, I would say that the students that ask the most questions usually are the strongest.
Interesting.
It's always been that. It's the ones that don't ask the questions and then all of a sudden, well, now you are behind because you
Mhm.
didn't ask the question,
Right.
and that becomes just kind of like a snowball, and it works into that situation.
I remember being a student, and there would be a question I wanted to ask in class, and I would spend so much time mentally practicing the
Yeah.
question that then I realized I hadn't been listening to
Mhm.
class,
That's a
and
great
then I
one.
wouldn't ask the question because I was like, what if somebody else already asked it and she's already answered it, and now I can't be that
yeah.
person.
Wow.
Don't be that.
Don't be that.
Don't
be
do
Don't
that.
be that.
And if you fear that maybe that has happened,
Yeah.
find somebody. If you have a question to ask in class, ask it after class.
Yeah.
That's okay
Yeah.
too.
Do you know Stephen Covey?
No.
7 Habits of a Highly Effective Person.
Oh,
You know
that
this
guy.
book? Okay, you know this
Yeah,
book?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Kind
so
of.
one of the greatest quotes that I think about, and this is this when I knew we were going to talk about asking for help, he says, "People spend their lives climbing the ladder of success only to realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall." And so I say this: you can work, and you can do all the things. You can be busy climbing that ladder, whether that's class, college, career, whatever that may be.
Mhm.
And you've never stopped to ask for help, direction, guidance, anything like that. And you just power through it and go, well, if I just get to the top of this ladder, then I'm going to be okay.
Mhm.
Well, then you do all that work to get to the top of the ladder, and you go, and you get to the top, and you look over and you go, I was going the wrong, my ladder was leaning against the wrong wall the whole time.
This is leading very much into a bigger conversation about like community and
Yes.
understanding that you don't have to ask. And earlier we talked about finding the experts,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's just talking to your friends
Yeah.
and asking them for help.
Because they can go.
Talk to your classmates. Say,
Yeah,
hey, did I
yeah.
miss this? And they say, yeah, you did.
You're
Here's
on
my notes.
You're on the wrong wall. You're on the wrong wall, dude. You know, and I think that's such a great, like, surrounding yourself with people in college
Yeah.
that are gonna just
Because asking for help doesn't always have to be some big serious thing either. It can be, hey, what are the hours for, where do I park my car?
Yes.
You know?
Oh.
So that is our episode today.
That's it. Ask for help.
Ask for help.
If you need
And
one of us.
yeah, come find us. We are here for your, what you might think are dumb questions, but they're not dumb questions because how do you know you don't
We're here.
know?
All right.
All
Go
right,
to
see you
class.
next time.
See ya.
Bye.